Couple things. I probably will be using quite a few different cameras through the process of filming. I think the easiest way to go about this is the camera that I'm currently using to record. It's a 4K Sony Handycam that I got a while back. It's been great for long form shooting, has good battery life. And the exact opposite of that camera is this guy. This is my Sony DV Cam. I also have no idea what the hell its model number is, but as you can see, it's a beastly machine. It records using mini VHS cassettes. I use this to get solid film grain on a lot of the cars and things that I like to record whenever I'm going for that vibe. So there's that. For moving forward on cameras that don't have interchangeable lenses, obviously we have the iPhone. A lot of the things that I throw up on Instagram are shot with this. It's a good point and shoot. Just, obviously it's on me at all times, which is really convenient. Talking about point and shoots, I also have this little guy. Sony CyberShot. Surprisingly, it does have a hot shoe, so I could throw like a vlogging mic or something on here, and it has a flash, so there's that. Probably never use this for footage, but you might see some photos if I do ever end up taking photos with this guy. And now, the piece de resistance. My kitted as hell Sony ZV-E10. Do I like this camera? Yes. Am I proud about how much money I've spent on kitting it out? Fucking no! It's a good beginner's camera for sure. Shoots 4K and 1440p. Handles onboard audio processing pretty good. You get this tiny little dead cat that my friends and I joke is a dead mouse because of how small it is. It's marketed explicitly as a vlogging camera, which is nice. Sony's batteries have been pretty standardized as of late, so these are actually pretty cheap to get a hold of. As for lenses, I have this macro lens. It's just some cheap Canon thing I got off of eBay. Obviously, I have the Sony kit lens, which came with this camera body. It's what I honestly used for most of my shooting because it's automatic. I have another more different Sony kit lens, which is my second most used when it comes to videography and shots and things like that, just because it has a pretty good focal length. It gets some pretty wide shots, which is nice. And then the camera geek in me just had to go and buy a couple Helios lenses. These Helios lenses were produced back in the USSR for Russian military photography, which is really cool. You can see these ones still say made in the USSR because they were produced back before that was not a thing anymore. I've got two of them on like a single E-mount adapter that they switch between. And of course, the reason people buy these is for one reason explicitly. The bokeh you can get off of these lenses is unlike anything that you're likely to get off of a modern camera lens, at least for the price. You can get your hands on one of these for $50, sometimes even $25 if you know where to look. The manual aperture control on these lenses are actually otherworldly smooth. So you can get some pretty damn decent shots out of these lenses. Pardon the overall disheveled look and the bad lighting, the echo. We're still working all of that out as we speak. If somehow you did stumble upon this video and you don't know who I am, the YouTube channel's name is No One Cares because that is clever. And my car account on Instagram is called Giga Civic. I've got a much bigger following there. Please go check it out if you care. I will be cross-posting a lot of the car content that I make on Instagram here just for exposure, but what I plan this channel to be is strictly for video essays, or as I like to call them, short form documentary. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Obviously, give me a subscription here if you care. If you don't, guys, remember, no one cares.